In this demo, I'm going to show you some of the newest Knative Eventing discovery features. So I have this website, and this website I can look at a few icons and buy them. So I can add or remove icons or and eventually order them. So in this case, I like the telescope icon, the chart one, and the package icon. So I'm going to get the summary. And what is not super clear to me is like, as I'm interacting with it, what are the events that it's producing? What I I'm interested in is when I customer clicks on order, can I send the notification to the owner of the website so that it gets a notification for it? I'm gonna head over to the Backstage UI, and Backstage is a cloud native developer portal, helps you with documenting as well as scaffolding your applications. And in this case, I'm going to select on kind API and type event type. And so I get this list. And these are the events that my shop is basically using. In this case, there is a cart added event, cart removed event, or an order event. In this case, I'm interested in the order one. So I'm going to click on this one, and it's going to give me some basic information. And down here, I see that there is a graph, and in this graph, you basically it's telling me, okay, I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger. I'm clicking here, and so this order event is basically provided by this broker. And if I click on this broker, for example, I can see that this broker is also providing me a few more events, which are the same as the one we saw earlier. But you can imagine like more complex scenarios. I'm gonna go back to the order top level view. And down here, I also see links. And these links are like additional information I can take. In this case, there is an external schema link. So I'm going to click on this, and it's going to land me schema registry. Schema registry is basically your registry for schemas. And so in this case, I can see what is the schema of the event for the order event. So click on content, and I see the list of fields that in this case is a JSON schema, but you can use whatever format you want. In this case, there is an order ID, there is customer details like name, ID, email, and what are the fields that are required, as well as the list of items that the customer has ordered, and payment details, and so on and so forth. So, in this case, so I know now what are the fields that this event contains. So I'm gonna go back to Backstage, and so I can go ahead and create my application. In this case, I'm gonna use the templates feature from Backstage. You have a bunch of templates. Search for a node one. So I'm gonna use Node.js for sending the event, sending the email to the site owner. So there are two node templates in this case. There is a raw HTTP one and a cloud events one. In this case, I'm gonna end on an event, so I choose the cloud events one. So I'm gonna click on choose. I'm gonna type the GitHub organization name. In this case, use whatever you like or your organization. It's the one that I have created. Repository name, shop. In this case, I'm gonna use email sender. Description, no description in this case, and shop web team, the owner maybe, and as a system, maybe shop team web. Uh, I can choose whatever in these two fields. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna review. Yep, looks good to me. I'm click on create, and it's basically creating a GitHub repository for me, and I can click and see the source code repository. And in this case, it's a cloud events function, and there's a bunch of details on how to run it locally. And my basically sending logic is going to be in this index.js file. In this case, I'm not going to do the live development. In this case, I have already done that. I have my function, which is shop email sender. And in my index.js file, I have set up node mailer to send email, and I'm going to send email to Mailpit. Mailpit is an email testing tool, and they already have deployed. And down here, I have my event. I'm going to receive the event in my function. I'm going to get the data and basically compose an email template. And this email template is basically an HTML file. I'm going to use in this email template some of the data. And so I know that there is an order ID, an order date, some of the customer details. Uh, then I can use, the list of items that are ordered, as well as some payment details. So then at the end, I'm going to send email and log the information. So that's really it. I'm going to go back to the top level, tab repo. I'm going to click on code. I'm going to clone the repo and build it. So I'm click on HTTPS and uh, copy the URL. And then I'm going to go to the OpenShift console UI. It's going to show me, what is the topology currently. And topology is basically the website UI source is using events to a broker. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and create my email sender function. Click on that. I'm going to click on import from Git, paste the URL that we just copied, and maybe also remove the Git suffix so that the names contain Git. That looks good to me. I'm going to click on create. And this is now starting a build. You see here. And it's going to build my function and deploy it. So it's going to take a few minutes. And this function is a fully scalable function. So it's also going to scale down to 0 when it's not used. So save some resources. So the build is complete. And now I'm going to go ahead and deploy the function. There you go. Function is deployed and is live. Looks good to me. So now the next goal is to connect basically the broker to the function. I go to add again and go down to the events catalog here. You see the same list as we saw earlier. We can obviously you have the order event, which is the one that we want to consume. And I'm going to click on subscribe and give the trigger job sender name. I'm going to click on shop email sender function. I'm going to review my filter. I'm going to remove the schema because I'm interested in all the order events. I don't want to filter on the schemas color. And then I'm going to click on subscribe. So now basically there is this new connection between the broker and my function. And so uh, basically now I can go ahead and make an order and hopefully we get email in the sent. So I'm going to go back to the website. I'm going to click on order and hopefully we get an email. So I'm going to go to we see a notification. So email was successfully sent to Helpit. And I can review it. Looks good to me. Thanks for watching.